If you slept through your alarm this morning, well, we got a solution for you. That's right. All children 14 and under coming to the ballpark today receive the Fanatic clock, the alarm clock, thanks to the folks at ShopRite. It's a great giveaway. Look at that guy. He's mesmerized. He's ready to wake up every single day. It's Weekends with Schmidt, presented by Acme Markets. It's the Phils and the Cubs. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, along with John Kruk and Mike Schmidt. We wrap up our last visit with the Chicago Cubs, which is kind of a good thing because they're playing some pretty good baseball. And for the Phillies, we watched Nick Pivetta take the mound again today, one of a handful of rookies this year that has made his major league debut, and also one of those rookies that are kind of learning on the fly here in the big leagues.
Oh, Tom, you hit the nail right on the head. Even in last night's ball game, most of our starters and several of our position players are learning their craft in the major leagues. And, you know, we play against a lot of teams, like we did last night, who aren't learning their craft in the major leagues. I want to have a little man-to-fan talk here right now. Let's go back to the early 70s. You remember the year Steve Carlton won 27 games? Well, the Phillies, I think, won somewhere in the 50s that year. We came up, myself, Larry Boa, Greg Luzinski, Bob Boone. We mixed in a little Gary Maddox. We made some trades. The minor leagues produced Ruthven and Christensen for us. Tug McGraw came to the team, and we grew. It took us about 4 years to get in the postseason. That was a rebuilding time,
right?
And everybody had to be patient through it. I would say right now, fans, us, people, after last night's ball game, have a little patience. Understand that our team is learning their craft in the major leagues. Sooner or later, we'll start winning. The cycle will come back around, and I'm looking forward to that time.
Well, that is the hope. That's exactly what the Cubs went through for a few years as well, but they did have an influx of some veteran players, including today's starting pitcher, John Lackey, who's been a pretty serviceable guy. More than serviceable, he's been a winner for them.
Yeah, and you have to remember, John Lackey pitched a Game 7 in the World Series his rookie season with the Angels. But he's not the same John Lackey, but he does still have this pitch, that breaking ball. This is last year against the Phillies, when he just dominated this lineup. The good fastball, he does change arm angles. There you see him dropping down on Maikel Franco to strike him out. He does have a good fastball, but here's the thing with John Lackey. His ERA this year is almost 5. He's given up 31 home runs, the most in Major League Baseball. He's a fly ball pitcher. That bodes well for our lineup if they can get underneath some balls and hit him out of this ballpark. But look what he's done his last 4 starts versus the Phillies. 1.73 ERA, 2.23 batting average against in 26 innings, 23 strikeouts. We have to lay off the pitches in the dirt, and if we do get on base, he has a quick pickoff move. Saw Cesar got picked off last night. Stay on base, let Hoskins hit.
We'd like to see Rhys Hoskins hit as much as possible. 10 home runs already. He's right smack dab in the middle of that Phillies lineup for yet another day. So it will be John Lackey on the mound for the Cubs. He'll be opposed by Nick Pivetta, making his 20th start of the season here in the big leagues. Now, speaking of Hoskins, yeah, he's been a joy to watch. That pitch last night, he went down and got after. He finished with 2 hits, and they're mesmerized in the dugout. Lineups at first pitch when we return. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. By Toyota. Find your favorite model today. Toyota, let's go places. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phillies. Visit citizensbank.com. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at ibx.com. National anthem on a beautiful day once again here in South Philadelphia. The Phillies wrapping up this series against the Chicago Cubs. It's been a nice long homestand that will continue even after today when the Atlanta Braves come to town. The starting 9 out on the field getting a chance to say hi to their favorite Phillies player. And that young man there had a chance to see Rhys Hoskins, who called him over and said, "Hey, buddy, let's stand right here." And he got a chance to sign an autograph for that youngster as well. He's obviously been here on some of the giveaway days because he's wearing that great pullover out on the playing field. Let's take a look at the Cubs lineup today. It's brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. That lineup will face Nick Pivetta. Ben Zobrist leads it off in right field. It's a day which Joe Maddon said we're trying to see a little versatility, and that's because Zobrist is in right, and then Jason Hayward is in center field, batting behind Javier Baez and hitting 7th in this lineup. Rene Rivera does the catching. John Lackey is on the mound, and they will face Phillies right-hander Nick Pivetta, back from the minor leagues. In fact, Nick never pitched in the minor leagues again. In fact, he has spent his time with Lehigh Valley getting himself ready for this start. There's so many different roster moves that have happened over the last couple of weeks that he was the 26th man the other day, and now he's on the regular 25-man roster. But Johnny gets another opportunity to pitch here in the big leagues, and as Mike said in the open, learn on the fly.
Yeah, and you know, at some point, this is, well, we've seen it all year. This is the way it's going to have to be. You know, the thing with Nick is command. If he has command, he's got a chance of doing special things. But when that command leaves him and he can't get his breaking ball to snap down low in the zone, and you know, we saw what the Cubs can do with a little bit of elevated pitches.
Time now for our Nissan keys to the game. So, Michael, we will start with you.
Well, short memory. Last night was not fun for anybody. In fact, maybe a little embarrassing for our team to be beaten that bad. Baseball requires a short memory sometimes, and the Phillies need that today, and their goal can be to win the series. There's absolutely nothing wrong with winning the series against the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, there's an objective there. What do you think, Johnny?
Keep the ball down. If you elevate, they're gonna pound you. If you keep the ball down, just like that pitch right there, down and away, tough pitch to hit out.
Zobrist did hit one out last night as a pinch hitter. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. In fact, the home runs have been flying on this homestand. The Phillies have 14 home runs. The Cubs and the Marlins have 17 home runs. Foul ball, and it's 1-2. It's a little cooler today than it has been. At least there's a little bit of a breeze today. Breeze is coming in from right center field. 1-2 pitch to Zobrist. Breaking ball, bounce to the right side, flagged down by Tommy Joseph. He was not able to lead Pivetta to the bag. E3 and a runner at first to start the game off.
All right, that's a lack of communication right there. Cesar should have told Tommy, I have anything in the hole here to your right. Immediately upon the ball hit to Tommy's right, understand that I'm there. He's planning to pull. Therefore, Tommy would have just retreated to the bag right when that ball was hit.
Would have been an easy play for Cesar.
Communication.
John, is that hard to do as a first baseman?
No, you have to look every pitch and see where he is, know his range. You know, we know Cesar has good range, so you know, I think if you have to range that far as a first baseman, you would have to think that unless they're playing a drastic shift, that for a right-handed hitter, you would assume that Cesar would be able to get to it because it was a lefty and they were shifting anyway.
Hard, you know, it's human nature to try to go get a ball, John, for sure. We know that, but you would just leave it alone if you knew it was too. And by the way, if you'd have taken 2 steps, stopped, you still could have got back to the bat. That
was the thing. But even if he set his feet when he threw the ball, he wouldn't have airmailed it.
And by the way, he could have let it go, and Cesar could have thrown it to the pitcher covering.
Schwarber takes outside, and now it's 3-0 to Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, and you have to think of all those things in a matter of seconds.
That's why it's a wonderful game.
Well, this ain't good. This ain't good. Error to first hitter. Now 3-0 on Schwarber, with the thunder coming up behind him.
At ball 4, so he walked him on 4 pitches. Chris Bryant's coming up. He's part of our State Farm combo here to help life go right. Bryant and Rizzo in the last 25 games. It's part of the reason why the Cubs have been one of the best offenses in Major League Baseball since the All-Star break. They've combined for 11 home runs and 37 runs batted in. That's a pretty good combination.
They were pretty special last night too.
Yep.
Rizzo.
Bryant was on base 3 times. Rizzo was on base, or 4 times. Rizzo was on base 3 times. And the first pitch breaking ball outside. Here's Chris Bryant. Last night is homer.
Elevated fastball.
Amazing he got his body so close to that and still was able to get the head through. The first pitch looked pretty good, John. First curveball.
Throws another breaking ball, and it's 2-0.
I mean, he's making him drop it over the middle of the plate to get a strike on that pitch.
Well, the Cubs have a runner in scoring position in the last 10 games. The Phils are #1 in that category at 394, and the Cubs are #3 at 333. Off the hands, out toward the middle, past Cesar Hernandez. Rounding third, heading for home is Zobrist, and Florimon does not have to make the throw because Zobrist held up because he's hurt. He did something.
And also, I think Florimon bobbled the ball.
He was being waved the whole way.
Yeah.
And he stopped on his own, and now the trainer, Joe Madden, going out to check on Ben Zobrist.
There we go. 2 curveballs. One, I think, was a missed pitch. There's Zobrist rounding third. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a little limpage.
Like his right leg.
It's one of the worst feelings in the world right after you know you hurt something. Ooh, maybe you didn't. But anyway, you get the 2-0 fastball. When the team's hot, they take them right up the middle. Not afraid to swing for singles.
Well, now Anthony Rizzo. Rizzo had 2 home runs last night, a 3-run shot and a solo shot. He finished with 5 RBIs. He's had himself a heck of a series so far, and he's got a chance to drive in some first inning runs here. And he takes high, 1-0. Rizzo at 275 for the year.
You know, when you get pummeled the night before, this is the last thing you needed, is to have a pitcher who's been struggling.
If he was trying to figure out today if he needs a long man, how is he going to go?
Well, they sent out Anderson.
Yep.
So that's one less in the bullpen. I mean, you'd have to think Ramos hasn't pitched in a while. He pitched, what, 2 2/3 the other day?
Yeah, I would think it would definitely be Ramos. Swing and a miss. Slider, and it's 1-2. That's a good pitch there.
Yeah, he's got that working. Like I said, he tried to throw 2 perfect ones to Bryant to get behind 2-0.
We're going to see that curveball again here pretty soon.
You would hope.
What he did with fastballs last night.
In the dirt, 2-2. Talking to Cameron Rupp before the ball game. Now, maybe sometimes the game plan has to go out the window in this situation, but he said the game plan is to try to mix up the pitches. He said we can't afford to just throw fastballs to this team, which is obvious, and that's really the case for a lot of teams. But he said that's his goal, was to try to get Nick Pivetta to throw all of his pitches, and particularly early on. Ground ball toward first, past the diving Joseph into right field. 1 run is in. Rounding third is Schwarber, heading for home. The throw to the plate is not in time. Decent throw by Nick Williams. Cameron Rupp, I think, feels like he had a chance to get him, but the home plate umpire said he was safe. So right now it's 2-0 Cubs on top.
Pivetta fell down after that pitch too and barely got to back up home plate. We'll see it here again, I'm sure. Nick Williams made a nice throw, but golly, he found another hole. Still nobody out.
I don't know.
He's safe.
I wish Tommy, yeah, he's safe, but I wish Tommy wasn't playing in there. Yeah, you take an out early in the game, you got to get an out somewhere.
With the lefty up in particular.
Yeah, well, Rizzo.
Well, that replay shows that Schwarber's foot was across the plate. So it's 2-0 Cubs. And Stella takes a strike. All right, now you have to minimize the damage. Still nobody out. You're playing for 2. Oh, and 2, a foul ball. Well, that's efficient in a small dosage.
Let's hope he's 3 for 4 after this at bat.
Hot shot knocked down by Tommy Joseph. They'll get the runner at second for the first out. A run scores. RBI for the Stella. 3-6 on the put out. A fielder's choice.
Got the ball down and in to that left-hander, John. You know, that's dangerous on an 0-2 count too. Like to see, you know, run that high fastball up there a couple of times. Look at that. It's too good of a pitch,
Yeah.
0-2, and
Yeah, especially with the runner on first base, you're holding them on.
Well, now Javier Baez, who has 1 hit in this series with a couple of walks. Phillies again have the infield set up for 2 with 1 man down.
20 runs in 9 1/3 innings. I don't think that's going to get you much.
Oh.
we got a tight strike zone today. Hope it works both ways.
Yeah, because that's the thing with John Lackey. If it's a tight zone and he's not getting calls he thinks he should get, he can
get a little chirpy.
He can get a little, well, yeah, yeah, he can get a little angry out there.
2-0 to Baez. Baez at 270 with 20 home runs and 62 runs batted in. In the dirt, 3-0.
The guys start getting a little afraid of contact. You know, when they start getting banged around, and Pavetta's pitching to Baez now like he's scared to death of him.
Yeah, last outing
to him a 2-0 slider in the dirt.
Last outing, 6 earned runs in an inning and a third, 7 hits. They lost that game 7-4. The Phillies lost that game 7-4. Inside, ball 4.
Wow. Some squeeze-ola there.
Second walk issued by Pivetta. The rookie Ryan Addington is the home plate umpire. Marvin Hudson's at first. Mike Esterbrook's at second, and Jerry Lane is around at third. Bob McClure is now going to go out. A little first inning visit. Jason Hayward is going to be the hitter.
Well, I think it'd be great if they had a little microphone under that under that pitcher's mound.
Do you want it out of the pitcher's mound, or do you want it in the dugout? Where would you want it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think the people are ready for that just yet.
Well, the NL Central standings have the Cubs on top with 3-game lead over the Brewers, 4.5 over St. Louis, 8 over Pittsburgh. Brewers are in Los Angeles to finish up their series with the Dodgers. St. Louis, meanwhile, Cardinals are hosting the Tampa Bay Rays. And Jason Hayward takes ball 1.
That's that natural rivalry, right? Cardinals, Rays?
Cardinals, Rays. Proximity rivalry. One ball, 1 strike.
Jason Hayward's had a few stances over the years.
Yes, he has.
Boy, they paid him a lot of money.
He's trying this year to get his hands away from his body and put him lower, but watch his first move. He brings him right to his chest. It's like more of he pushes. He either pushes or sweeps it. Took a lot of money, and everything I've heard that the Cardinals were offering him more.
I think they're probably pretty pleased right now. 3 balls and 1 strike. Although he did win a championship, and
yeah,
you know, they've labeled him as one of the leaders of this team, particularly during that run last year.
Tell you what, too, give the Cubs and Joe Madden a lot of credit. He was struggling. They had to bench him in the postseason for a lot of those games.
Swing and a miss, 3-2.
Wasn't even close to that.
All right, so that should be an indication of what this next pitch will be. 3-2, right?
I mean, you got to throw a fastball here.
And ball 4. So that'll load the bases up. 3 walks issued by Nick in this inning. And Rene Rivera will be the hitter. Rivera hitting .200 since they acquired him from the Mets. 16 first inning runs allowed by Nick, including 3 today. This young man has a world of talent. And it's kind of what Mike was saying in the open. It's kind of learning on the fly here in the big leagues. It is not the easiest stage to learn.
You don't have to be very talented to get on an error and then walk 3.
And now Rupp out to the mound again.
Tell you what, this continues. Our field's going to look like the field in Arizona with that dirt mound from home plate to the mound. That little lane.
You think we ought to shave one in there?
Might as well save the grass.
There is a little bit of a pattern that's forming.
Might start that. Save the grass.
This would have been the weekend to wear that shirt, John.
Yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike. Rivera making his 4th start with the Cubs. Claimed off waivers for the Mets on the 19th of August. Curveball wasn't really as close as he thought. He was more fooled by it than anything. 2-1.
Whoa.
Boy, that was almost
last
a
time
strike.
I checked. I don't know that many guys have been thrown at with the bases loaded. I think we might have found a weakness.
It doesn't seem like he is picking that one up well, does he?
Off the end of the bat, flared foul over the first base dugout. It remains 2-2. 34 pitches this inning for Pivetta. 19 out of the strike zone. And John's right. He's only allowed the 1 hit. 3 walks, an error, and a strikeout. 2 outs. Yeah, that brings Lackey up. Lackey hitting a .136 with no homers and 1 run batted in.
Lackey doesn't want to hit. He has no batting gloves on.
He's throwing the old school out there. Well, maybe you're right.
That was the first fastball where he just turned it loose. And you have to think it's a pitcher up here, and he's not a threat. You got to throw that same way to Rizzo, Bryant, and the rest of them.
They just let it fly. We saw it with the Red Sox that his fastball is as good as any when it's on.
You think about how ugly this could be if Contreras was here, not on the DL.
If he was playing instead of Rene Rivera.
He was our cleanup hitter.
Yeah. 0-2 pitch, and he hits it to the right side. Cesar's up with it. So the inning finally comes to a close. 38 pitches. The Cubs scored 3 runs thanks to 1 hit. There was 1 Phillies error. There were 3 walks. Middle of the first, Cubs 3, Phillies coming up. gave up 3 runs in his half of the first. Where the heck is the alarm clock going off? There are alarm clocks, by the way, going off all around the ballpark today. They are literally, they're going off all around the ballpark. Let's take a look at the Phillies lineup, brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Cesar leads it off, then Freddie Galvis and Nick Williams. Rhys Hoskins hits cleanup. Tommy Joseph bats 5th. Michael Franco 6th. In the bottom third of Florimone, Cameron Rupp, and Nick Pivetta. And they will face right-hander John Lackey.
That's a pretty cool thing right there, whoever did that. Which one of you did that?
Yeah, really. Pete Nicholson, our camera operator. Keita, stage manager, do it. Carl did not do it. Carl Graber, our statistician.
Might have been Murph.
I don't think Murph would have done that up here. Mike Miller, one of our camera operators, might have done it.
You know who it was. That guy tied down the truck.
Attaboy, Johnny.
Didn't know how to turn it off.
We're going to be hearing that alarm going off all around the ballpark today. John Lackey's finished up his warm-up tosses. He is 10-9 on the year at ERA, just a hair under 5. 118 strikeouts and 136 innings of work.
Maybe that should wake up our offense.
It worked the other night.
Huh?
It did work the other night.
Lackey's got an almost 5 ERA.
He does.
Wow.
But they have not lost in his last 8 starts. It shows what kind of offense they have recently. His numbers against the Phils. Cesar leads it off. He's 4 for 8 in this series. And it's 1 ball and no strikes.
Always noticed about Lackey, he just doesn't work hard. I mean, he just, there's not a lot of effort.
It's kind of free and easy.
Yeah, I guess that's the word. I'm not saying he's lackadaisical or anything like that, but he knows how to pitch, and he's not a high energy. You know what I mean? Somebody that puts everything to every pitch. He just puts the Greg Maddux thing on you, Lackey.
Yeah, he'll throw that
wannabe. You know, he's a wannabe.
Numbers between the first half and the second half. And the dirt, and it's 3-1. Now, when he first came up, I mean, he was mid-90s with all these pitches. Now, yeah, he's still in the 90s, but not mid-90s. But he has 186 career wins. 3 balls, 1 strike to Cesar. And 3-2.
I got a comparison for you. Hall of Fame comparison. John Lackey wins, say, 15 more games. Mike Mussina.
Yeah, Mike,
Hall of Fame
recall. Man.
He's been tight the whole game.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, he squeezed the heck out of Pivetta. I mean, that
Someone's
is ridiculous.
Gonna get run. Pete's on him.
Oh yeah, now's a good time. Here comes Boa.
Yeah.
He's starting to throw some chairs around down there, and he smells it.
Well,
somebody needs to do something
here.
He's
been tight on Pivetta the whole game, and one. Oh, God. It's terrible.
Well, here's Freddie Galvis. Galvis takes inside 1-0. Galvis 3 for 7 in the series with a couple runs scored. And he hits that one off his foot. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I was saying Mussina is a guy that is one of those guys on the bubble, Hall of Fame bubble, have been talked about a lot. Well, shoot, Lackey would be in that category, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think if Mussina had pitched maybe 1 more year, it would have brought his numbers, as you see what Freddie Galvis has done. He has played in 129 consecutive games, the most since Jimmy Rollins last did that. A bouncer foul. Mussina won 270 games, lost 153.
270 wins?
Yeah. 3.68 ERA. But
I don't know that we would call it a good comparison.
But I think style-wise, maybe, if you want to lean that way. But I do think that Mussina is a guy that if he had played 1 more year, I don't know if Johnny, if you agree with this or not, then maybe the conversation would have been a little thicker about Hall of Fame.
And you know, the big thing with Mussina was he won 20 games in his career once, and it was his last season as a pitcher. And then he just said, I'm done.
Yeah, 20 games once, 19 back in '95. Yeah, he was still pitching okay.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch to Galvis, and he fouls it back. The Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Ann Quintanilla of Newtown Square. Phillies hit a homer in today's ball game. Then Ann will win $100. McDonald's, enjoy an ice cold delicious soft drink for only $1. I'm loving it. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Galvis down swinging. 2 outs here in the first. And Nick Williams will be the hitter.
To put a button on that, I really didn't know he had won that many games.
There you go.
And I heard,
so if anybody ever brings it up to you in your Hall of Fame meetings that you have, say, you know, Mike Mussina won 270 games.
Central Pennsylvania kid too, Montoursville.
Nick Williams takes a breaking ball, and it's 0-1.
Lackey just always seems to be there somewhere, you know, in the postseason. He's pitched a lot of big games, as you said, Game 7 of one World Series.
But as John said too, he's the leader in home runs allowed in Major League Baseball. He and Ricky Nolasco, Rick Porcello, Ariel Miranda all have allowed 31 home runs. The opposition's OPS against him is .825, which is the 7th highest in baseball. As Williams tries to check, he went, says Jerry Lane, 2-2.
Well, Nick's caught in between, isn't he? First game of the series, they pitched him hard in. Quintana threw basically every pitch and punched him out 3 times, I think, and now Lackey's breaking balling him to death.
Swing and a miss. He just struck out the side. Phillies go down 1-2-3. 17 pitches for Lackey. 3 strikeouts along the way. Back to work for Nick Pivetta, trailing at 3-0. Give them the protection they deserve. A State Farm agent is here to help with the right home and auto coverage and discounts too. Talk to a Philadelphia area State Farm agent or call 1-800-STATE-FARM. Top of the second, 3-0 Cubs. And Zobrist takes the 0-1 low. It's 1-1. Zobrist making his 30th appearance as the leadoff hitter for the Cubs. Out to center field. And Florimone We'll put it away for the first out. So one away here in the top of the second. And Kyle Schwarber will be the hitter.
A little better start to the second inning.
All right, so they worked Schwarber away in all 4 pitches in his first at bat. Let's see if they have a different approach here. He's a tough guy to work in because he has very good power. And it's 1 ball and no strikes.
Many times you see a guy that predominantly hits second in your lineup been hit in the top of the order until he got sent down, and then when he called back up, he's still at the top, and he's only hitting 199 in late August.
It is amazing. He's barely touched 200 more than 2 or 3 games during the course of the year. Two and 1. Game plan is still to work it away. Two and 2. Nick, since the All-Star break, has an earned run average that's a little over 10 now. He does not qualify as far as innings pitched goes. Mike Foltynewicz has the highest one. And he gets a strikeout there. Second strikeout. That was a good location. And there are 2 outs. We hate to say it, but the weekend is almost over. We know how fast your weeks fill up, but that doesn't mean you have to miss the Phils. Go ahead and download the NBC Sports app to keep up with your teams when you can't get in front of the TV. Your city, your teams, your CSN. Chris Bryant singled his first time up, and a strike.
What are his shoes today?
The third day. Let's see which color they are. The green. Broken bat over toward the hole. Backhanded by Galvis. All in one motion. Over to first base in time. It's a 1-2-3 second inning. Well, that's a nice way to bounce back for Pivetta. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Lead it off. He was bringing the lumber again yesterday. Brought to you by Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. All these different pitches too. It's fastballs, it's curves, it's changeups. I mean, he's just staying on it.
Hendricks probably thought he made a good pitch there.
I know. Actually, he did, but as soon as you let it go and it went in the 5th row up, left center, he never even looked back.
Well, we begin the bottom of the second. He'll lead it off. He's hit an 8 straight. His average at 300, 10 homers, 23 runs batted in. 9 hits and 22 at bats on this homestand. The first pitch from Lackey. Had a fastball, and it's 0-1. Home run and multiple RBIs in 4 straight games. Hoskins joins Bobby Abreu, Schmitty, the Bull, Del Ennis, Pete Incaviglia. Grounder foul, and it's 0-2. Nobody has reached this home run total in as limited amount of at-bats in baseball history. His 10 home runs in the month of August matches Ryan Howard's home runs for a rookie in a month. List goes on and on and on. Outside.
See, that's pitching right there. First pitch fastball for a strike. Ball 8-9 inches off the plate inside for ball. Another one inside, pulled foul. No mistakes down the middle, right? Except the first pitch.
Yeah, the first pitch which he took. They're working it away again, and he lays off 3-2.
I think that's the thing that's been impressive is he works himself back into counts after being down 0-2.
RBI total is the most since Pinky Whitney did it. And a breaking ball, and he's down looking on strikes. That's 4 consecutive strikeouts for Lackey to start this ball game. This one took a little more work. That'll bring Tommy Joseph to the plate. Well, Murph, we mentioned the amount of home runs that the 3 teams have hit in this homestand. I mean, it's been amazing. It's been a launching pad here at Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah, Tom, if you think balls are flying out of Citizens Bank Park at a high rate this year, you're exactly right. In fact, the Phils and their opponents are averaging 3 home runs a game here at Citizens Bank Park this season. That's the most since the ballpark opened back in 2004. We've talked about the number of home runs on this homestand. 17 for their opponents, 14 for the Phils, 31 overall in this homestand through 6 games. That is a remarkable pace that they are on. The Phillies hit 15 earlier in a homestand this year. That's the most this year. And the good news is the Phillies are on pace to hit 174 home runs this season. As you take a look at that homestand again, 174 home runs this season. That would be the most for the Phillies since 2009 when they were hitting a bunch of home runs. The bad news is that they're allowing home runs at a similar rate. So, you know, one or the other has to give at some point. Hopefully it's that the Phils continue to hit the home runs and that the pitching settles down and keeps the ball inside the ballpark.
Yeah, offensively, the numbers have been good. I mean, they've been really good. It's just the problem is that they're, as Murph alluded to, they're giving up a lot of runs, which has sort of negated it, and that's unfortunate. But you just keep on going. Reese has obviously been a big part of that on his homestand. Tommy Joseph has been a part of that as well. 8 for 25 on the homestand. And now the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 5 consecutive strikeouts to start the game for John Lackey. Well, he is not a strikeout pitcher as much as he was early in his career, but he certainly is today.
Like a back door.
Kind of a backup.
Front door backup something. Whatever it was nasty.
He showed him the whole kitchen sink right there.
Yeah, he did.
Franco tries to hold on the first pitch, but he goes around, according to Marvin Hudson. Record for consecutive strikeouts is going to end right here because Franco just singled to left. It was 8. Kyle Farnsworth, Juan Cruz, Kerry Wood. As we said, it was 8. It's still 8. There's Kerry. Kerry's name is still intact for at least that category. And now Florimone
wants Sam Wilson credit there on an 0-1 pitch. A little tomahawk on that fastball.
Sammy did have those hands. Florimo back toward the middle, off the mound, a base hit. That's his second career hit against John Lackey. All right, the Phils now have the tying run coming to the plate in Cameron Rupp. Here in the second inning. Murph talked about the amount of home runs. We've discussed it even yesterday, how many there were. A nice time to hit one here for the Phils. Cameron certainly has improved his numbers with runners in scoring position. In fact, 13 hits in his last 42 at bats, hitting over 300.
I can see him get back to that opposite field power stroke.
Off the end of the bat. Nice grab. Two outs and runners in scoring position, even a little more difficult than overall numbers with runners in scoring position. Outside 1-1. Showed you that number before. The Phillies' last 10 games. That counts the Giants series as well. Are tops in all of Major League Baseball, hitting nearly 400.
Cameron should have a good approach for Lackey. He likes to go right center, straight away, even right field.
See if he drops down on him right here. A little, that runner in on his hands. Nope.
Little dribbler out toward the mound. The Phils threaten but do not score here in the second. No runs, 2 hits. 2 men left. We've played 2. Lackey and the Cubs on top 3-0 over the Phillies. Log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fans section for all the information. Please submit your answer on the subject line. All right, guys, here we go. What Cubs player had the highest average in the majors in 1976? What Cubs player had the highest average in the majors in 1976? Michael has already written down the correct answer. I don't know why we chose 76. I think we just wanted to test your memory, Mike.
I was trying to do the math.
We're thinking Buckner.
14.
Ninth grader.
You were 14?
Oh.
I was in ninth grade, wherever you'll done. Of course, I could have been 20.
Here's Anthony Rizzo. And Rizzo takes strike one. Rizzo singled home 2 runs his first time up. His RBI total now is at 92. So 8 RBIs away from reaching 30 home runs and 100 RBIs. Among active players, there are only 2 that have done it 3 times or more. Albert Pujols and Miguel Cabrera. At a strike 3 called, he won't add to that total here. That is the 3rd strikeout for Pivetta.
What do they call that, John? Good morning.
Good afternoon.
And good night. Rizzo does not want to go to sleep, though. Hey, the fall ballpark pass is 15 games for just $50. Gives you access to every Phillies regular season home game in September. Go to Phillies.com for more information. Now, the tickets are delivered digitally, so it makes it even easier.
Both dugouts are not very tickled.
No, somebody barked something as soon as that last pitch crossed the plate to LaStella. Who had an RBI in his first at bat on a fielder's choice. Back toward the middle, and that's going to sneak into center for a base hit. Well, they're playing the pull, so that left the middle wide open.
Well, that was a strange defense alignment there with Cesar way around the pole and Freddie not coming around.
Tommy LaStella had a big night last night. He'll provide us with our BMW home run replay, brought to you by your Delaware Valley BMW Centers. That was a long one for a little guy.
Sure was, especially when you know they're gone right when you hit them. Somebody doesn't hit many, right?
No, that's those were his 4th and 5th home runs of the season. A career high. As Baez fouls one back.
Watching, Lackey and Pivetta, and they look like they're about the same size. I'm thinking, imagine if Pivetta had that control and had that sort of freewheeling. You know what I mean? I really know how to pitch. I know where it's gone. Run a little here, a little there. Sort of effort, which hopefully he'll get someday.
Yeah, because he has a really good fastball as far as velocity goes, life on it.
Yeah, but
just commanding it.
I keep going back. The best fastball he's thrown today, the most free and easy fastball, he just turned it loose at 97. Was the pitcher?
Right.
Sometimes, like when you're throwing darts, if you're really trying to control it, there's no way you can hit that bullseye. But if you just go, I don't care, boom, hit that bullseye.
Yeah, no thought.
Something to letting it go, letting it happen rather than trying to make it happen.
And hope it happens. Is that thing going off again?
It's not the one in here. It's out in front of us in the Hall of Fame club.
You guys keep talking about that. People are going to start walking up in front of the booth here. Just to taunt you.
Well, maybe they are.
See, I'm lucky I can't hear.
One ball and 1 strike. Maybe we should have coordinated something and had everybody have theirs go off at the same time around the ballpark. Yeah, the dirt, 2-1. And Rupp is back out to the mound to talk to Pivetta.
See, there you go. That's a perfect example of learning your craft in the big leagues right here.
I think Rupp might say more words today than the 3 of us combined. He's off to a good start.
Popped him up. Cesar is under it. Infield fly rule has been called. 2 outs. Fortunately, he missed that pitch. Hayward, that is. And that brings Rene Rivera to the plate.
As bad as that first inning looked, you know, Pivetta can get through this inning and we can pop up
no question.
2-spot, 3-spot on him. He's got a chance to have a quality start.
Yep. Rivera loses the bat as it slips back toward the brick wall. Didn't get all the way back there.
Something tells me Rivera was looking breaking ball. After he threw him 4 in a row and struck him out the last time up.
But he was looking for it in.
Still likes that Dayglow Mets stuff that they were wearing over there.
The
Cespedes
fluorescent. There's the numbers with runners in scoring position. 14 more opportunities for the Cubs. Well, he scored 17 runs.
Yeah.
I guess that happens.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's a few guys in scoring position.
0-2.
You got to throw that breaking ball at him right now, don't you?
Give it a whirl. Little bit.
Yeah.
Well, they go with a high fastball, and now it's 2-2.
He is now. How much would you bet right now that this is going to be a slider?
Some sort of
at
breaking
the inside
ball.
corner.
I hope.
Breaking to the outside corner.
I like the one starting at him and try to break it over the inside.
There you go. They didn't start it at him exactly, but it had some good movement. 4 strikeouts for Pivetta. The Cubs leave a couple, including La Stella. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 3-0 Cubs. GMC Precision plays, and we watched John Lackey start the game with 5 consecutive strikeouts. That's a pretty good start for a pitcher. All different pitches, too.
All different quadrants to the plate. That's what a veteran can do to you. What, he got 3 of the 5 looking, too, so you know he's featuring some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, including the leadoff hitter Cesar Hernandez, who will be up in this inning. It'll be Pivetta, Hernandez, and then Freddie Galvis. Pivetta hitting .088. 3 for 34. Down the right field line out of play, and it's 0-1.
Great giveaway. Love the fanatic. Love alarm clock. Just not together. Good God, we're going to listen to this all day.
1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah. Never even dawned on me that that would happen.
I think you're imagining that. Getting ringing in your ears, maybe.
Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
Might have like some ringing from the.
Do you hear it?
I hear it each time I can see John's face, so I hear it. Yeah, like right there. You can't hear that, Mike?
No.
Pavetta strikes out, 6 strikeouts, and 1 away. Phillies baseball is brought to you by your local Ford store. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by McDonald's. Enjoy an ice cold delicious soft drink for only $1. I'm loving it. Along with Mike Schmidt, John Kruk, Greg Murphy, and a whole lot of alarm clocks. I'm Tom McCarthy. Cesar takes on the inside corner, 0-1. Cesar struck out looking his first time up. He's hit in 5 straight. Phillies have actually homered in 8 consecutive games, and they have 18 home runs during that stretch, during those 8 games. That's the most home runs during a stretch of that many games since 1977. That's what we were talking about as far as the offense goes. I mean, there's some good numbers being put up.
Mr. Hoskins was in the middle of that, wasn't he?
Sure was. Down the right field line, foul. That ball's not coming back. That's going hunting down the hallway. But we've been talking about at times the lack of offense this year, and this has been, the month of August has been a great spurt. I mean, since the All-Star break alone, the Phillies are 8th in the league in hitting at 264. 49 home runs, averaging just under 5 runs per game. As Rizzo just barely gets Cesar. Attaboy, Cesar.
Rizzo's smooth over there, isn't he, John?
Yeah, really good. Good throw. I mean, they'll even have like certain situations in a game where he'll play second base. He played third base the other day. Mr. Lackey. I think the next time it might be a little more sense of urgency to get over.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, if you had a race from Cesar to home plate, from home plate to first, and Lackey from pitcher's mound to first, it'd be close, right?
Yes, it would. Well, that's the thing, too, about Rizzo is that he is a two-way player. He has not made an error in 107 consecutive games.
Wow.
That's why there's some gold on that glove out there.
So Lackey's also getting a head start. He pitches on the first base side of the rubber the entire game.
Inside, 1-1.
See, I would think that that would give him more away movement from left-handed hitters by falling off the mound toward first base. You know, kind of he can create some spin on that ball.
That's a fair ball. Rizzo gobbles it up. Lackey's there to cover. Another 3-1 on the putout. And offensively, the Phils have 2 hits through the first 3 innings. They've been held scoreless, though, as we go to the 4th inning. Cubs 3 and the Phillies nothing. Ordering the Fellows Aeromax Pro Air Purifier. It cleans the air of toxins and allergens and clears the air for your employees. Literally, nobody does it better than who? But W.B. Mason. Phillies trail at 3-0 as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Well, Michael, who says that your former teammates don't take care of you?
I see it. I see it.
A couple of weeks ago, you said that you've never had Bull's barbecue before. So Bull has decided to take care of you.
Johnny boy.
He didn't. He sends me clothes. He sends you food. Somehow we got this wrong.
That is some spread right there, guys.
It sure is.
Oh my.
You guys go ahead and finish the game.
Got some barbecue sauce. Johnny? Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
That
Bull, my man.
spread.
I love you, Bull.
All right, so it looks like we have a little pulled pork and some ribs, some baked beans, and some coleslaw. As John Lackey leads things off.
Who's playing?
I don't think Lackey would mind. 1-2 pitch to him. Bouncer back toward the middle. Oh, boy. Backhanded by Cesar.
That is in no man's land, right?
Yeah, if Cesar had handled it, he might have been able to throw him out because Lackey wasn't really moving up the line, but he'll get a base hit out of it.
Wow.
So a leadoff single, and Ben Zobrist is coming up.
What are we going to do with this? If I can't do color work, if I got my mouth full, I think eat it between innings.
Tell you what, you take this. I'll take this half inning.
All right.
You eat, and then the next half inning, you take. I'll eat.
Yeah, then there won't be anything left for me.
No, you go
On
first.
to the next inning.
Oh no! I mean, you better hope it's a long inning.
Zobrist swings at the first pitch.
I got to put a single down there for Lackey.
Mike, I think all of America, all of the Delaware Valley would like to see you eat some ribs.
The Laxter. Hang on a second. Fixing mine.
Zobrist is 0 for 2. He reached on the error in the first and flied out to center field. And a bouncer right side. Tommy Joseph. If you heard Cameron Rupp yell in the background, get one. And that's what they have done. And that will bring Schwarber up to the plate. Schwarber's walked and scored. He's also struck out looking.
What's the
John, we're wearing. Uh-oh, Larry's got it. See you, Larry.
Hey. Hey.
Schwarber takes a little high, and it's 1-0.
Larry Anderson came up and stole my food.
Yeah, he did. Good thing is if he got anything on his shirt, you never know.
No.
Out of play, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Man, that is good.
Well, you better enjoy it because you're not going to get anything else. You want some barbecue sauce? He'll be back because I have the barbecue sauce.
He's even got the moist towelettes in there.
Mm-hmm.
Always key when eating ribs.
Can't have that. I'm going to have to go after him. My father always yelled at me when I talked with my mouth full.
I don't think anybody will notice.
Just the Delaware, Delaware Valley, tri-state area.
Yeah, but he used to tell you that before you were Mike Schmidt. You could be forgiven for anything now.
At that point, he was Michael.
Yeah.
2 balls and 1 strike to Schwarber. And he
John,
takes
handle this for
outside.
a couple seconds. I want to see if Ward Anderson is serious.
Hall of Famers checked out of the book booth.
You know, he does two games every other week, and just decided he needed this inning off. I guess ribs take precedence.
Outside corner, 3-2.
Now, Schwarber mad at himself, or is he mad at the umpire?
Probably a combination.
That's the look of a guy that's hitting 199. He struck out his last at bat. His average didn't go down.
It's amazing that he has that many plate appearances that it's not moving as much. Tommy Joseph over at first base will take this one and flip it to Pivetta covering. Now there are 2 outs with a runner at third. Ah, the girl, Christine. Don't fool with Christine Connors. He can't come back in the door. He'll leave JJ by himself. Can't leave him by himself any longer.
JJ going full panic mode over there.
Yes.
Either that or he might think he's Vin Scully and doing it all by himself.
Here's Chris Bryant, and he takes low. 1-0.
So, how have things been going?
Good.
Well, we got a
ground ball to first.
Ground ball to first.
And by the way, I thought maybe Tommy could have taken that one himself.
Yeah. You wish you would have. If it saves a throw, but it also, of course, it's Lackey running. He's not going to put a faster runner with the pitcher's back to him. You never know. We need an out right here quick.
Outside 3-0. Well, the problem is if you work around, if you're careful with Bryant, who is hitting over 350 in his last 25 games and has reached base safely in 21 straight. You've got Tony in the on deck circle, Anthony Rizzo. Fastball 3-1.
Might have turned him loose right there. 3-1 fastball, man on third, or excuse me, 3-0 fastball.
Mentioned before about Chris Bryant's shoes. Today's shoes are a tip of the cap to the city of Chicago, and he will auction those off again for the Wings for Life Foundation. So he chose 3 cities: Las Vegas, where he grew up, San Diego, where he went to college, and Chicago, where he has blossomed into a star. And he struck out. That's a good
comeback by Pavetta.
Yep. After allowing the leadoff infield hit, he comes back to retire the next 3 batters. He picks up 5 strikeouts in the first 4. Now we'll see if the Phillies offense can get something rolling. Toyota. Find your favorite model today. Toyota. Let's go places. Well, a very comfortable day here in South Philadelphia. Center City's looking gorgeous as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be Nick Williams, Rhys Hoskins, and Tommy Joseph to lead things off. Folks are here from Bernardsville. Cubs fans are here too.
What could be better than sitting up here watching a little baseball, doing some color, talking about the game, and having a picnic? One thing's missing up here is a checkered tablecloth.
Well, if things continue the way they have this year, we may have to put the checkered tablecloth out on the counter every single night. By the way, it's Runs for Radiothon. For every run the Phillies score during the month of August, the Phillies will make a contribution to the Help Our Kids Radiothon, benefiting the Nemours Alfred I. DuPont Hospital for Children. You can find out more at nemours.org/radiothon. Phillies are averaging since the All-Star break 4.68 runs per game. So that is part of this month of August where their numbers have been up. And Nick Williams will lead it off. Nick is 0 for his last 9. So he is in search of a hit.
With a lot of strikeouts, too.
Swings at the first pitch, which he does often, and he fouls it off. He's been successful with that tact. But we've also seen him work the counts after falling behind.
There's nothing wrong with swinging at the first pitch. It just has to be something you can handle.
Oh, and 2. Lackey has 6 strikeouts so far for the first time in his career, and I'm sure not many pitchers have had this happen. He struck out the first 5.
Lackey's trying to go where Quintana went the first night, up and in.
Those 2 pitches, the 0-2 or the 0-2 and the 1-2, both fairly easy to take because they both were balls out of the pitcher's hand.
Well, hopefully he's tired from running the bases last inning.
A hot shot through the hole on the right side, and Nick Williams is aboard.
Here we go.
That'll bring Rhys Hoskins to the plate. Time for our cold hard fact. Here's Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thanks, Tom. Brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. The Phillies now have 7 players with 10 or more home runs, something they've done only 12 times prior to this season, the last time being back in 2012. The only team that has ever had more was 9 in 2004. And you're asking who are those 7 players? Well, Hoskins, Altair, Franco, Galvis, Herrera, Joseph, and Rupp, all with 10 or more home runs this season, guys.
Yeah, again, hopefully it's just the beginning of scratching the surface. Hoskins with 10 home runs in his first 57 at-bats. Struck out looking his first time up.
Just when you needed Murph to talk, Murph, you can eat another rib. And cuts it short and sends it back up.
Yeah, I'm sure hungry down here.
Oh, you got seeds. Sunflower seeds.
That's right.
1 ball and no strikes. Over toward third, backhanded by Bryant. That's a nice play. There's one, and he throws wide of first base. Hoskins did not head out towards second. So fielder's choice. 5-4 on the putout at second base.
Yeah, Reese stung that ball right down the line. Chris Bryant with a nice backhand. We'll see it here. Ball's hit hard. Tough in between hop. A little reverse 360. Probably a ball he shouldn't have thrown to first. No, that had nothing to do with the runner as far as a collision. Listella just fell into him.
Tommy Joseph is now the hitter with a runner at first. Tommy struck out swinging his first time up. 17 RBIs in his last 17 home games, trying to add to that total here.
You know, for a guy that's given up 31 homers, we haven't elevated many balls, have we?
He's done a nice job staying out of the center of the plate.
Very good point, Tom.
Well, that was the concern with him going to Chicago. They said that he's a high ball pitcher. He throws a lot of fly balls. And that's in Wrigley, he's going to give up a ton of homers. But
on Tom's point, he's going to stay out of the middle of the plate, and that's what experience has It's what experience teaches you over time, how to let it go to the corners, just off the corners. Tease a batter here, tease a batter there.
Well, there's 31 guys this year that he hadn't.
Yeah, well, he's pitching in Wrigley.
That hadn't stayed out of the center.
Well, he has 6 of his outs recorded now. Or excuse me, 7 of his outs recorded now are strikeouts to go along with the 10 groundouts as he gets Tommy Joseph for the second time.
He gets a lot of power on that fastball. It's kind of like perfect fundamentals with his windup and his release. I mean, he really fires that arm right at the last second. You know what I mean? It's like hitting a golf ball where you accelerate right at the last second. He's very loosey-goosey out there.
Michael hits it sharply, and Chris Bryant is there to flag it down. Well, he hit it right on the nose. That's 2 balls he's hit hard today. No runs, a hit, and 1 man left. We're through 4. Still 3-0 Cubs. Phillies are trailing at 3-0 as we go to the top half of the 5th inning. Time now for our Geico quote of the day. Anthony Rizzo and his recent success. It's the end of August, so your body is coming into that period of getting the next couple of weeks, and adrenaline starts taking over. At the plate, you're just trying to put good swings. That's a good swing, and it's really not more complicated than that, he says. Huh. That's one of those ooh-ah balls.
It's pretty far.
Yes, it is. Michael, talk about 30 home runs and 100 RBIs. You did it 9 times where you had 30 or more home runs and 100 RBIs or more. I mean, he's about to do it for the 3rd consecutive year. I mean, is that for a power hitter, is that sort of a milestone, a plateau?
Benchmark?
Yep.
Yeah, first of all, I think you have to be lucky. Over that period, you can't have any, real serious injury where you miss half a season. Surely you play with a lot of nagging injuries. I always try to look at the season, or I learned to look at the season in terms of monthly accomplishments. Like a 30 home run year is basically 5 home runs a month, and it doesn't sound like that much, right? When you put it in those terms, 100 RBIs is basically what, maybe 11, 12. Even 15 RBIs a month. Doesn't sound like much, does it? It's like 1 RBI every 2 games. Doesn't sound like much. That's how long the baseball season is. If you stay on the field and if you grind out at bats, when you got a little power, you can do that, right?
Well, I don't know. When you put it that way, I've really sucked. Never looked at it.
Well, you hit 310, 320 every year.
Yeah, but I didn't look at it. I should have looked at it that way, though. 5 homers a month, that shouldn't be much.
Doesn't seem like much, does it? That's how long a baseball season is. Crazy.
Rizzo fouls it down the left field line.
And it's funny. you know, Tom, you're like referring to that like being a real select company. Well, you know, I understand it's fairly select, but when you put it in terms of monthly numbers, it shows you how long the season is and how easy certain things are to do. We'll have two guys that I don't think are playing anywhere to their potential at all in terms of hitters that will have 25 and 80, 25 and 85 on our team, right? Franco and Joseph.
Well, I mean,
Altera was on schedule for that as well.
Yeah, I think the home run total Tommy may reach. Yeah, they both might reach. The RBI total might be hard. Tommy La Stella is 1 for 2. That's that one down the left field line. Hoskins on the run over toward the stands, out of play, 0-1.
Also, you got to give a lot of credit to the guys in front of you. You need to play on, you know, good teams where there's players that know how to play the game in front of you, some quality hitters behind you.
Well, you had the barbecue guy behind you for.
Yes, I did, and I can tell you that I got, I want to say, a lot of the headlines, but he was the guy that made it all happen. I tell you, I don't know how many times he hit a little jam shot over second or a base hit with 2 outs and nobody on. Hit close to 300 every year. Greg, man, he makes some ribs down there, doesn't he? There's
he can make some ribs and he can shop for John.
Hey, what? After listening to this conversation, I might trade places with Murph. Work my way up to decent.
Inside and low, 1-2.
Tried that down and in one again to La Stella. With a runner on first.
Fans like that one. That's funny.
Guessed wrong, I guess.
I mean, he's still on the bag.
Nice secondary lead.
He's still on the bag.
Maybe this is a new trick, a new Joe Madden
I think I've
trick.
ever seen this before.
I mean, that's really leaving the hole open.
But he's not even moving.
Tommy has a bigger lead than him.
There's Joey, as his jersey says.
They're going over what they want to do with La Stella now, huh? Or a rough spot, something mechanical. Excuse me, Rupp. Having a tough time with names today.
That's because they have different ones on their jersey. Outside, 2-2.
So they had that meeting, came up with that one, huh?
Yeah, let's work it away.
Get that fastball away.
Fouls it back again.
More conventional. Rizzo will
How
steal
many bags has
8.
Rizzo stolen?
Yeah,
8 for 11.
He's sneaky though. He tries to get that walking lead, thinking no one's paying attention. That's why he stays on the base. Watch, you try to keep going out and out and out, and Pivetta had to stop him. If he didn't stop him, who knows? Might be running here. Strike him out, throw him out. Let's go.
He does go. Pitch is tapped foul. Over to the first base side.
Tell you what, he's got a big lead and he's leaning to second.
Can you hear the coach whisper in the runner's ear?
As a first baseman?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. I had
You
one.
ever say, I heard that?
I had one. I'm not going to mention names, but guy was on first whose father played in the big leagues. Terry Mulholland, great move. He said, look, we're down, small lead, don't let him pick you off.
Down the right field line for Stella, and it is foul.
So he took a big lead out on the turf. Terry Mulholland picked him off. As he slid back in, the first base coach said, I told you to take a small lead. You're as dumb as your dad. Wow. All right. Of course, he laughed about it, and so did the young man sliding back into the base. There you go.
Rizzo is out at first.
See, that whole thing was
He just said it wasn't even
we
close.
were just up here.
Said it wasn't even close.
Now, do you think the first base umpire likes to hear that? Like, you called me out, but that's not even close.
Well, we've said that a lot of times, umpires.
Yeah, he's in. Or at least it looks like he's in.
And it's a little embarrassing to umpire, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you think the umpire's like, it's closer than you think.
Yeah, I think maybe Tommy's glove dragging on the ground, maybe that shielded it from Marvin Hudson. Well, yesterday our review was 33 seconds. And for Rizzo to say it wasn't even close, well, I mean, it was kind of close.
Guy's trotting back to first base now. What's he saying? All right.
My bad.
Guy
You gonna give that?
He
you
goes
know?
by the first base and said, you missed another one.
Yeah.
Or thank God for replay, right?
Not for us.
No, for the Cubs. I'm saying he runs by the first base coach.
Well, this will be the 10th pitch of this at bat to Stella. Phillies have bullpen action now behind Pivetta. Rizzo goes. Pitch is fouled away again.
Got a 40-second rest. Did Rizzo on that?
We just hit the wall, according to today's game. 100 pitches.
Out toward left center field. Florimone will play it on a hop.
Oh, and Rizzo wasn't running.
No.
They cut him a break. Yeah, you're tired.
He's
we'll
tired,
take a pitch
no
off.
doubt.
But he's probably sitting there thinking, should be on third.
How about Joe Madden looking? He said, did he miss that sign? By the way,
for the rest of the season, watch every out-of-market regular season game live at home, in the office, or on the go with the MLB.TV subscription. Your subscription includes At-Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball over 400 mobile devices. We are celebrating 15 years.
big part of my iPad and iPhone, MLB.TV.
Yep.
Anyway, nice hitting by Stella. That was a heck of an at-bat. 10 pitch at-bat, 11 pitch at-bat. Wow. Finally got the 3-2 backdoor breaking ball base hit as well.
Yeah, he's now 2 for 3 in this game and 5 for 8 in the series. 1 ball and 1 strike to Baez.
Baez gets his hacks, John.
Every swing, no strikes to 3 strikes. He's going to swing as hard as he can. Like, you wonder at some point if, as he gets older, he'll be able to swing like this.
Or if he'll even have close to the bat speed to overcome mistakes. Out toward left field, Hoskins coming on, reaches down and makes
Double
the catch.
play.
He picked it up. Now he'll flip to second. He might have a triple play.
This will be good.
Cesar to first, and yeah, the triple play.
This will be good.
And the base runners are all standing around wondering what the heck just happens. Joe Maddon saying, hold on 1 second.
The umpires are saying the same thing.
It was ruled a catch by Jerry Lane.
First base umpire has no idea. He's like, is that an out? Wait, they touched second and then first.
We haven't even had a meeting with Joe Maddon out here yet.
Should go down to 7-4-3.
I think he's looking at the replay right now. Here we are. They're all going to look at the replay.
Yeah, they can review the play out left as to whether the ball was trapped or not.
So what do they do?
So he's got it there.
If you count dragging it along the ground.
Yeah, he still has it though. See, the ball's still in the glove. He's up. He's got it. He's looking at it. And now as he tries to exchange it, that's when it leaves his hands.
So this is a triple play anywhere you look at it.
And there's out number 2.
Now what's your first base umpire though? He had no idea. Like he's like, what am I doing?
You got to tag. You got to tag the runner. Don't you have to?
No, it's still a force. The batter was standing on first.
Oh, the batter's on first.
Listella was halfway, 3/4 away. It started going back.
So as long as he caught it, this should be a triple play.
Yeah.
He has it. I mean, as we showed you. And no longer do you have to make a clean exchange from glove to hands. You have to show that you have it. The Phillies are walking off the field.
Like the umpires are telling them not to go in yet. They're seeing what everyone else should be seeing, what those two guys with the headsets on should be seeing.
We're about a week removed, less than a week removed from Eric Bruntlund's triple play up at Citi Field that Jeff Francoeur hit into.
Going to get a nice round of applause here in a minute.
Right here. He's got it there. And watch, you can see the white, the baseball still in the glove as he slides. Now you see him readjust the ball. And now the ball falls out there. So he has it. And it doesn't matter. The Cubs guys were just running anyway. They didn't even realize. They thought he had dropped it initially. So here we go. Jerry Lane is to your right. If he gets this the way we think, then you're going to hear a huge eruption from the crowd. Now he is talking again to New York.
You're going to hear a huge eruption from the crowd either way.
Either way, that's true. 3 fingers are up.
Just don't know what it's going to be.
Joe Maddon. It's like a crescendo. Here we go. Out. Yep. Out. Out. It's a triple play. And how about that? That's a way to get out of an inning. We thought they had one earlier this week. They decided to go for a double play today.
Not often Jerry Lane can bang 3 guys in one play.
Rhys Hoskins and his home run ability. Well, the man shows up, and what does he do? He's able to start a triple play. Our Hyundai defensive play of the game.
Well, great read by Rhys. He comes in hard. He makes that Tony Gwynn patented hook slide catch, and with Rizzo and LaStella both thinking that it was a drop, they kept running. It's an easy stand up. Little trouble with the exchange. And there's Jerry Lane. 1, 2, and 3. And that's our Hyundai defensive play of the game. Brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Florimon bunts over the head of Lackey. I don't know if you can do it any better than that.
That's like a bad tee shot hitting a tree and ended up on the fairway. Great result. I don't know about the bunt. Great thinking, you know, good thing to do.
He tried to do that. That was.
Well, yeah, John, you think he tried to.
I think he was trying to get on the
cut that little wedge right.
I think it had some bite to it too.
Give him credit for doing the right thing, though. It's a good idea. About ride the momentum of that good defensive play, that triple play.
Let it on the board.
Run into some offense here.
Cameron Rupp grounded out his first time up. The Phils have managed 4 hits against Lackey. Right past Bryant. Florimon on his way to third, and it's bobbled by Schwarber. Well, that made sure Florimon got to third. I still think he would have, but.
Boy, things are getting a little wild here all of a sudden. Lackey gets his double play ground ball. Boom, boom. Yeah, but it's an in-between hop. Look at this. Bryant misplays it. Phillies get a break. Schwarber misplays it. Florimon falls down going around, slides going into second. Florimon gets deked on this, I think. He slides into second. And then Schwarber misses the ball in left field. So we are first and third, nobody out.
And Hyun-Soo Kim will be the pinch hitter for Nick Pivetta. And he takes just below the knees, 1-0. Kim lines it right at LaStella. Well, not much you can do about that. 1 out, and now to the top of the order for Cesar Hernandez.
Yeah, Kim hit the ball hard. That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
That Cesar jump one. He just missed one foul.
Cesar is 0 for 2, struck out looking. And then grounded out his last time up. And a long foul ball down the right field line, foul for a home run. And it's 1 ball and no strikes, or that home run distance, I should say. He's hit in 5 straight.
Hey, look, give Nick Pivetta a lot of credit too.
Absolutely.
That could easily gotten way from him, but well, he battled those last 4 innings of work.
Yeah, that was a rough first inning. Outs are foul, 2-1.
John, here's another one of those things I question often. Would you hold Rupp on in this situation?
No.
You could play up.
You could play right behind him.
Play right in front of him. That messes the runner up as well, like he is right now. I mean, or you could play behind him. If you play behind him, you know the runner kind of gets in your vision. You know when he's leading off. But Rupp's not going to steal.
You wouldn't think, but we've seen some strange things this year on the base paths.
Through the 5-hole, and comes Florimon. He'll score. Phillies are on the board. It's a 3-1 ball game. Up to second base goes Cameron Rupp.
The old Lackey's not too happy about what's going on in this inning.
Some of it's in his control, some of it is not with the error to Bryant.
Got the little 60-degree sand wedge bunt go right over his head.
That ball hit the plate.
It hit the plate and skipped.
Got the error at third base on the double play ball.
Error in left field too, right? To let Florimon get the third.
Actually, they just said he went on his own on the play. At least that's what they initially said. Low ball 4. So Cesar walks. That puts runners on first and second, and it brings Galvis up.
Did they rule that a wild pitch?
That was ruled a wild pitch. Freddie's 0 for 2. He is struck out and he's grounded out.
How about this base hit to one of the outfields? Cesar has to be alive about Rupp not being sent at third. Watch that guy ahead of you.
Outside and fouled away.
Oh,
nice
what a
grab.
catch. A one-hand snag. I don't need no stinking glove.
Go down as one of the plays of the year.
I believe he might have had a frosty beverage in his other hand.
Total concentration.
Larry Anderson might have a new idol.
Another one down the left field line. That'll slice out of play. That won't go on the list.
No.
No.
How about if Freddie runs up and listens to that conversation?
Fans plays of the year will come up on this next road trip.
Hands a little numb, huh? Is that what you're saying?
No balls and 2 strikes to Galvis. In the dirt, gets away. Rupp's going to third, and here goes Cesar. I think was surprised and started a little late. That's the second wild pitch of the inning. And now a base hit should tie this game up. Because you got Rupp at third now.
Tell you what, though, Cameron kept his momentum going to second. Once he saw that ball was going to leave the dirt area, he thought, you know, with my speed, I got no worries here.
Did you see Cesar, how late he reacted? I think he was surprised that Cameron took off.
He's like that. What's that guy in Atlanta? He gave Rupp a head start.
Yeah. The freeze.
The freeze.
1-2 to Galvis. And now time is called.
Someone said that freeze guy got invited to some bobsled team or something to try out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, he just missed making the Olympic team as a sprinter.
Yeah, I think it was a bobsled team.
Line drive to right field. That's a base hit. That's going to tie this game up. Galvis will hold up at first. A 2-run single. 3-3 ball game.
Yes, sirree. Freddie's becoming a good 2-strike hitter. That was a breaking ball. It looked like it was fairly down and in, and he ran down, chased it all the way down with his eyes, kept his bat back. We're going to see it right here. Boom. Nice little soft stroke with 2 strikes. Drives in 2 runs, and we are tied. And Pivetta has a smile on his face.
Yeah, he is off the hook.
They'll have a bigger smile if they get another run right here.
Look at that, too, if Williams can get Galvis home. Williams singled his last time up and ended an 0 for 9.
And Hoskins hadn't homered yet today, so you figure that's coming.
Good point. You don't think that starting the triple play negates that at all?
No, no. I'm sure he's excited about it, but he hits one up there in the left field bleachers.
Line drive deep to right field. It is gone! 2-run home run. And the Phillies have taken the lead. A 5-run 5th inning. Boy, that ball got out of here in a hurry.
Yes, it did. And I think that base hit he got the last time up kind of loosened him up a little bit.
It definitely freed up his hands, didn't it?
You do a little lip reading there with Lackey. You don't want to put it over the air. Yeah, he smoked that ball. It's what your 3-hole hitter needs to do. You're going to have some slow spells, which he just came out of with a base hit. You need to make adjustments. Still aggressive, though. You got to like that about him.
Makes a winner of Ann Catania of Newtown Square. She's won $100 thanks to Nick Williams and the McDonald's home run jackpot. Hoskins pops it up on the right side, and Rizzo makes the catch, so there are 2 outs. And Tommy Joseph is coming up. Phillies now with 148 extra base hits since the All-Star break. That is second only to the Orioles, who have 152. Well, that's what we're talking about as far as the offensive production.
Absolutely, and it all started with a bunt.
Yeah, the Florimone bunt.
The 60-degree flop shot over Lackey's head.
Well, 32 home runs now allowed by Lackey, so he takes over the major league lead. Tommy Joseph 0 for 2, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Phillies have homered in 9 straight games. There's a liner foul.
Just turned around just in time to see Giancarlo Stanton hit a tracer to dead center for another homer.
50 home runs. One and 2.
You know what? We score 5 runs in an inning. I'll listen to that alarm all day. I don't care.
There's the 1-2 pitch to Joseph.
Rather hear that alarm than that thing. I like those Marlins.
Yeah, uniforms.
Yeah,
pretty
aren't
sweet.
those nice? Solid white pants with like a kind of teal blue with orange sleeves.
How about the other team?
Padres.
Yeah, some of the teams around baseball with their players nickname uniforms. Some are nicer than others. Some are brighter than others. Three-two pitch to Tommy Joseph. Swing and a miss. So Tommy has struck out 3 times today, but the Phillies sent 8 men to the plate here in the 5th inning. They scored 5 runs, including Nick Williams' 2-run home run that has given them the lead, his 8th of the year. He has 30 runs batted in, and it's the Phillies 5 and the Cubs 3 as we go to the 6th. Being hot since his arrival. The first 2 weeks of your major league career are usually about getting comfortable and adjusting to your new surroundings. No one told Rhys Hoskins that. After the 24-year-old launched his first career home run, the floodgates opened. 8 homers through his first 15 games, tied a major league record. He's one of 3 players in baseball history to hit 8 home runs in his first 50 at-bats. He makes you stop, and he makes you watch when he steps to the plate. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Rhys Hoskins moves from left field to first base. Kim, who came on to pinch hit, will stay in the game and play left field. Tommy Joseph's day is done. Ramos will hit in Tommy's spot. Gives you an indication of what Pete thinks the bullpen has today, that maybe he wants a couple innings from Ramos here. Ramos in his 45th game is a 5.44 ERA.
Been better, though, since he's gotten called back up. Except that pitch. But he has been. He looks like has more confidence in his stuff.
And that pitch that he just sailed, that's one of the pitches that has been really effective for him, too. Line drive caught by Cesar Hernandez. 1 away here in the 6th inning. And it'll bring Rene Rivera to the plate, who's 0 for 2. The Phillies bullpen not so good Friday or Saturday, but pretty good on Friday. As Rivera takes upstairs. Rene Rivera is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. He needs a little bit more of that Manny Mota stick, I think. Just asked for it. I don't know.
How do you go from the on-deck circle to home plate not knowing if you're going to have a good grip on the bat?
I don't know.
Well, he could be pretty sweaty from being behind that plate, I guess. Maybe his hands are wet.
Swing and a miss. 2 outs.
He can go dry him now.
Yeah, he can. Time now for our Citizens Bank minor league report. Citizens Bank, the official bank of the Phils. Visit citizensbank.com. Well, Lehigh Valley defeated Pawtucket 3-0. How about Tom Eshelman? 7 innings. He's now 9-3 with a 2.37 ERA, AAA. Reading lost to Harrisburg. They play tonight again. Christian Marrero had 3 hits. Lakewood lost to Kannapolis, and Williamsport lost to State College. Ian Happ is pinch hitting. And it's 0-1. Jose Taveras, by the way, today is pitching for Lehigh Valley. 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 7 strikeouts. He's another one of the young Philly pitchers that has moved up the levels this year. Rondon warming up in the bullpen. 0-2.
He's not trying to work it the other way.
I don't think so.
The Happer.
That time he does.
Oh, wow. Man. Every time I see that, I cringe.
I think whoever got hit is okay. We got him pretty good, but I think they're okay.
I mean, that'd be harder than a pitch hitting you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, at some point you don't expect, and then people jump up in front of you, and then they move out of the way.
Fly ball to right field. Williams got turned around, but now he sees it. A 1-2-3 6th inning for Ramos. A much needed 1-2-3 6th inning. On to the bottom of the 6th. The Phillies lead the Cubs 5-3. Brought to you by your local Chevrolet dealers. By Jefferson Health. Call 800-JEFF now or visit jeffersonhealth.org. And by Nissan. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Phillies are on top 5-3. The Cubs are dipping into their bullpen. So Lackey goes 5 innings today, allows 5 runs, 4 earns. He winds up striking out 8. And Hector Rondon will be the new pitcher. Boy, Lackey pitched well. I mean, it's a shame that the 5th inning happened the way it did for him. It's great for the Phils. But he did pitch a good ball game today, at least for 4 innings.
Are those all earned runs?
4 of the 5 are earned.
You can't assume the double play, I assume.
Correct.
Rubs chopper to Bryant.
Right. So Rondon, a 5.03 ERA. Rondon's had a lot of the same problems that some of the Phillies relievers have had. He's got great stuff, but he's just, missing walking guys, but also giving up some pretty good shots. Michael Franco will lead it off. He's 1 for 2. Look out. Bat goes flying.
We got Murph in the wrong dugout.
The guy grabs his chest. His heart's a moving.
Well, maybe that says something for a light grip on the bat. I don't know how you do that, actually. In the old days, a guy named Jay Johnstone used to do that all the time.
That bat went flying, though. That's a pretty far one. They retrieve the bat. Normally, they'll give another one to the gentleman who grabbed it. I think Michael's decided he's just going to go with a new one. Can't hold up, and it's 0. Oh, no, he did hold up.
Got a break there. Got a break there.
One ball and 2 strikes to Franco. Franco today is singled. He's also lined out. He's hit the ball hard both times he's been to the plate. Rivera keeps that around the area. It's 2-2.
John, he wants to keep that front shoulder in and cover that outside corner so bad, but he just can't get himself to do it.
And his bottom half opens up too. And yeah, he hit some balls when it leaves the bat. You think, oh, he got that one. It's just a routine pop up because his legs are gone.
Out to center field. That's pretty well hit. Hayward going back toward the fence, jumps, and it's off his glove, and it's in play. And Franco will get to second base. And he's there with his 24th double.
That's amazing. I mean, I don't think that was that bad of a pitch. No, it was. It's like middle 3/4 of the plate. Why would you throw him a fastball in that situation?
Good question.
Well, especially where his bat path is. It's, if you throw a fastball away, not much you can do if it's down. Like you said, it caught in more of the middle part of the plate. He can get his barrel to that one.
Jason Hayward, who is a Gold Glove outfielder, playing center field today because Joe Maddon said, with all the injuries we've had, guys are coming back. I need to get a look at him out there because I have to figure out the plans for September.
Well, and with the double switch right here in the bottom of the order, Florimont has to get Franco to third base.
Right.
Rizzo's got designs on not letting Franco get to third base if the ball's hit to him.
Yeah, he will throw. Great thrower of the baseball. He is, though. You said it last night. He is a lot like Keith Hernandez. Just how smooth he is with the glove. Likes to throw. Likes to dare you to bunt.
1-2. Flormont is down on strikes. They'll finish off the strikeout. Monday, September 25th, when the Phillies take out the Nationals, it's Beatles night here at the ballpark. It's a theme night opportunity. Go to Phillies.com/theme nights for more information and to purchase your tickets and to get those caps right there.
Couple things. That's the at-bat right there that just reinforces the whole idea that these young players are learning on the job. And accountability. You have to advance that runner. We got a chance to take a 3-run lead into these last couple innings, and it's so much different than a 2-run lead. And the at bat before, he had just pulled a bunt for a base hit to the right side. Why not just do that? Why not just take a bunt with it? You might get a base hit. Worst case, you get knuckles from everybody in the dugout for advancing the runner. I mean, I know it's hindsight because he didn't get him over swinging, but
no, I would agree with that. I just thought he would bunt just naturally, even if it's not for a base hit, just bunt. As Rupp fouls it back 0-2.
Well, you know, there you go. And from a manager's perspective, just how much do you need to coach them? How much do you need to tell them? How much do you assume they know as young players? Do I have to give Juan Samuel the bunt sign for a player that's in the big leagues when he goes up with a man on second and nobody out to get him to third, or is he able to figure it out himself?
Outside, 1-2.
Rondi.
Thought it'd be Rondo. And a strike 3 call. So the last one was not a strike, but this one was. And there are 2 outs. Time now for the Jeep Stuff the Fans Trivia Quiz answer. All right, guys, I know you have this answer. What Cubs player had the highest average in the majors in 1976?
Pretty darn easy. He led the league in hitting a couple of times. It said Bill Madlock.
Bill Madlock is correct. He led the league in hitting 4 times. That was the 2nd straight year at 339. He was the first player to win multiple batting titles with 2 different teams, the Cubs and the Pirates. Rondon is done. They'll bring in the left-hander to face Kim, and we'll be back right after this. Repeat the final Hatfield Philly Frank Dollar Dog Night of the season. Get your tickets now by going to Phillies.com. Some folks roaming around the art museum.
I got a quick story about Bill Madlock. My rookie year, I didn't play a lot. I spot and start here and there. And it seemed like whenever we played he was with the Dodgers then, Whenever we played the Dodgers, I'd get a couple hits and then wouldn't play the next couple games of the series. So they came to San Diego, and I was, you know how that was in San Diego with Jack Murphy. You know, you walk and the visitors clubhouse is on the left, and you keep going down, and it's the home clubhouse.
Right. Yeah.
I just happened to walk down in the tunnel with Bill Madlock, and you know, growing up near Pittsburgh, I loved Bill Madlock. Scared to death to say anything. He said, "How come you ain't play? How come you don't play every day?" I said, "Well, the reasoning is they said I need to improve on my defense." He looked at me and he goes, "Man," he said, "you could shake a tree." He said, 10 gloves will fall out and only one bat. So, I said, "Well, that's one way of looking at it." And I'll relay that to the manager.
1 ball and no strikes to Kim. That's what they always say. If you hit, you're going to play.
Oh, not there.
You can shake a tree. And 10 gloves will fall out, but only one bat. He could hit.
Oh. He was short, wasn't he?
Oh, what? He could wear that hole between myself and the shortstop out like nobody's business.
To a pitch fouled back by Kim, who lined out as a pinch hitter at his first at bat, facing Justin Wilson. Joe Maddon keeping this, trying to keep this at a 2-run game, give his offense a chance with 9 outs to get. To a 2. Off the left field line, that'll slice over the tarp and out of play. So Franco goes back to second base. Another one fouled off. This will find the Hall of Fame club. Oh. Ball was spinning pretty good.
Must have been. 8 people missed it.
Outside.
Good take. 2-2 slider pass all the way across the plate. Lefty on lefty. That's a tough one, John.
Yeah, I know a few guys that probably would have swung at that. Myself included.
On the outside corner. So 3 straight strikeouts after the leadoff double by Maikel Franco, and the Phils leave one in scoring position. We'll go to the 7th. It's 5-3 Phillies on top of the Cubs.
just dance. South Dakota to the south of France. Yeah, see, I wanna rock right now. Stepped up in the spot to get down. I am internationally known for acting classy, trashy, and grown. Let's get stupid, outrageous. You can't fake this, it's contagious. Just move it.
Well, the game summary, all the offense for the Phillies occurred in that fifth inning when they scored 5 runs. That was right after they turned a triple play that was started by Rhys Hoskins, the first one since the 60s that was started by an outfielder. Brought to you by your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. And now Ben Zobrist will lead it off against a Dubry Ramos. Zobrist is 0 for 3, reached on an error his first time up and then scored a run.
It's a huge inning right here.
Yeah, Milner is warming up in the bullpen. Over to first base. That's a fair ball off Hoskins' glove. It'll be an E3. So the second error in which Zobrist is reached on by the first baseman. Let's hope it doesn't open up the door the way the first inning one did.
I wonder what happened on that. That was unless it was a funny hop ball, hit the line, couldn't see it.
He just missed it.
Sometimes I guess you do.
Yeah, see how he turned his head. I don't know if he expected it to bounce that high. But that, you know, that's one of those. I think if you get a read off of the bat, you got to charge it. Try to come in and catch it on that first hop.
Kyle Schwarber.
Did you struggle with ground balls when you were backing up?
No.
How many Gold Gloves you in?
Not ones that were right by the P of my jersey. Huh?
Did you struggle with balls backing up, John? Ground balls backing up?
Backing up, moving forward.
Sometimes you just got to call it like you see him. That was a straight up misplay.
He boxed it.
Out of play, and it's 2-1.
And this is why it's hard to believe that hitting second in this lineup with Bryant behind you, like normally you would probably see Milner come in to face you, and he's getting a righty because
good point.
They want Ramos in there to face Bryant.
Yeah, but you want the lefty for Rizzo.
Yeah, but you know, most teams, a guy with this kind of power, you would think you would bring a lefty in. 22 home runs. So he's probably seeing more righties than your typical power hitting lefty would. Must not have liked that one.
Pretty good pitch. 3-2. Carl Edwards Jr. warming up in the bullpen.
He had a heck of a postseason last year, didn't he?
Pretty electric arm. Fly ball out toward left field. That's a long run for Kim, but he says he's there and he makes the catch. One out. Chris Bryant's coming up. Luke Bryan's Hunting, Fishing, and Lovin' Everyday Tour is going to arrive at Citizens Bank Park on Friday, September 8th, with special guests Brett Eldridge and Craig Campbell. Tickets can be purchased by visiting Phillies.com/Luke Bryan.
There were 3 good ones there.
Sure are.
Wish I was here for that.
You're not going to throw BP?
No, I don't know. I don't think. I'm not here. He's going to have to throw it a long way.
Mike, you want to come into town and throw BP to Luke Bryan's guys?
I haven't even thrown a baseball in about 3 years. Let alone swing it.
13. 14.
I couldn't throw BP.
Yeah, that's what we want you to do.
I mean, I might be able to. Actually, I threw the ball out first pitch ceremony. So, but I could probably play catch with somebody. I couldn't throw BP.
0-1. The ball is pulled foul.
0-2.
Nice play.
Yeah. See that? That's a chest high play.
Yeah, but he wasn't backing up.
No, he was stationary. Here we go. Everybody's ducking.
Watch it into the glove.
That lady behind him thought I had it.
It's a Frankie 2-scoop ice cream cone right there.
0-2 to Bryant. In the dirt.
Let's play Cameron Rupp.
Did you get any ice cream today?
Yeah. Actually, I went back to 2 dips.
What did it last? One day?
Yesterday.
One day.
Down to 1 dip. I'm trying to watch a little bit. I'm just going to have 1 dip. Most people would say I'm not having ice cream. Only having 1 dip. Today I had to go back to 2. The menu was so great today.
It was a nice one.
Oh, boy.
And what's wrong with that? Come around the plate.
Maybe a little low.
It's at Turkey Hill. We have to go in and look at that menu every day. Whoa.
It is a vital part of the day.
Line drive picked by Franco to second. I don't think he had to turn the double play that way, but he was just stretching his arm out. The third base umpire, Jerry Lane, signaled out. So it's going to turn out to be a double play.
Doesn't matter now, right?
5, 4, 3 to finish it off. CHN podcast with you from gearing up for the Eagles, Sixers, and Flyers to keeping up with every move the Phils will make. CSN's got you covered. Subscribe now and download. My buddy Mike Rossi is in that scrum of folks there. He's wearing the bucket hat with the orange brim. His father-in-law is here today, guys. Celebrate. They have 20 folks here celebrating his 75th birthday.
Where is he?
Well, he's in there somewhere.
Bucket hat with an orange brim.
See the bucket hat with the orange brim? That's my buddy Mike.
There. Hey,
that's my buddy Mike
quit
Rossi.
moving the camera.
Mike was part of our grounds crew in Trenton.
See the brim? Nice.
There's a strike and it's 0-1. So he and his family have brought everybody together to celebrate Bill Brown's 75th birthday today. So happy birthday, Bill. As Cesar leads things off. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Cesar lines it down the right field line. Bullpen action. Milner keeps stretching. Garcia's starting to throw. Well, as it turned out, heck of a job by Ramos with the 2 scoreless innings. 2-2 to Cesar. And he lifts that one out toward right field. Zobrist will make the catch. And by the way, the play before, the play the ending in the double play, the ball did hop up. That's why Franco threw it around. We looked at it in between innings. Time now for our Toyota turning point. Well, we go to the 5th inning. Here it is. Freddie Galvis's base hit that tied the game. That was a good swing.
Well, you know, it was a good approach. He had kept his hands back, and the ball was down. Went down and got it. Here, Nick Williams ambushing, I think, the first pitch. Fastball, and boom, home run, and we're up by 2. And that's the Toyota turning point.
Freddie Galvis is up, batting right-handed, 1 for 3. And the first pitch in there, 0-1.
Plus, another turning point was that triple play.
Triple play was pretty big. I mean, think about how Nick was teetering there. Nick, who allowed 3 runs in the first and then really settled in and battled through 5.
You get a totally off the subject question. Baseball wants to speed up games. Why don't they go to 3 balls and 2 strikes?
No, that would be changing the game.
That would speed up the game because everyone would walk. Aren't they 3-2 on every
They
hitter?
take fastballs. I mean, nobody needs 3 strikes in their minds, right?
So you're saying instead of 4 balls and 3 strikes, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah. Simple thing to do.
Mike, when Abner put this game together, put everybody in the right spots, and
but that has nothing to do with distances or numbers of players. Simple thing.
And you would think that way it would lower pitch counts so starters can go deeper. You can protect your arms better.
Yep.
Huh. You know, Manfred?
There isn't a bad thing about it.
3-2.
You know Rob Manfred?
Yeah.
Give him a call. He'll listen to you.
We have a list of things.
Really.
Mike, we have a list of things that John wants to sit down with Rob with at the end of the year. Maybe we can add that one too.
Add it to it. Put my name on it.
Over to shortstop. Nice hop for Baez. So there are 2 outs. Nick Williams is coming up.
Freddie hit that ball hard. That's all you can do.
Nicky Dubs with the big blast of the day.
Solid numbers across the board right there
Yeah.
for Nick Williams to start his major league career.
I think he's done more than what even they expected he would do.
Nick is from the Galveston area, and he and Clay Buchholz, as you just look at the home run streak for the Phils. Longest home run streak since 2016 when they had 14 straight games. Off the hands, out toward left. Baez is under it. But Nick, like everybody else who has folks in that Houston area, keeping an eye on what's going on with Tropical Storm Harvey. We'll go to the 8th inning. It's 5-3 Phillies. Anthony Rizzo due to lead it off when we come back. Your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. And by WB Mason. Who bought WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. Top of the 8th inning. It's 5-3 Phillies on top of the Cubs. And Hobie Milner will take over. Milner, 2.29 earned run average. He has been as refreshing a reliever as you will find in baseball. He has really done a heck of a job. Lefty's hitting 195 against him. And his next test with a left-hander is Anthony Rizzo.
Milner's turned into a dependable left-hander out of the bullpen, something we need more than one left-hander going into next year.
No question. Delivers a strike to Rizzo. No earned runs in 9 innings of work here in August. This is his 12th game. In the month of August. There's a strike, and it's 1-2.
Tommy Listello was in the on-deck circle, and after the first pitch to Rizzo, Joe Madden pulled him back and said, okay, might not fare well against his sidearm lefty.
So they bring Almora out to the right side. Hoskins has it, flips to Milner covering. 3-1 on the putout. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Update us on what's going on around baseball. Murph.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. It's our unlimited baseball break presented by T-Mobile. Some injury news. For the second time in 3 months, the Tigers' Victor Martinez has been placed on the disabled list with an irregular heartbeat. Martinez spent the night in the hospital last night in Detroit to get that heartbeat regulated. And, of course, the Tigers are taking every precaution, so sticking him on the 10-day DL. How about this for a tough first inning for the Mariners and the Yankees? Mariners committed 5 errors in the bottom of the inning. 5 errors, 3 by their shortstop, Gene Segura, and they scored 6 runs to the Yankees in that inning. And Giancarlo Stanton, 50th home run today. He had a 2-run homer in the 8th inning in their game today. Number 50 for Giancarlo Stanton today. He continues to stay red hot, guys.
He sure does. I mean, it's been an incredible run. He's the fastest date-wise an MLB player has hit his 50th home run since Bonds and Sosa did it in 2001. Well, Hobie Milner's day is done after facing one batter, and Luis Garcia is going to come on here in the 8th inning. We'll be back. January 17th, the Phillies will be hosting Fantasy Camp down in Clearwater, Florida. It's 5 days, 4 nights. There are 3 different experiences you can choose from. You can either be a fan, you can be a player, or you can be a general manager. Located at the Carpenter Complex. For more information, call 610-520-3400. Daniel Nava comes on as part of a double switch, and he's out in right field. Nick Williams exits, and Luis Garcia is the new pitcher. And Garcia will face Almora, and the first pitch just a bit outside. See Garcia's numbers at 2.93 earned run average. Almora hitting .286 with 5 home runs on the year, 30 RBIs. But it's 2-0. Not bad. 11 pinch hits. Fly ball, shallow right. Cesar is there. Glasses on. 2 outs.
A good pitch by Luis. Hard fastball in. Jammed Almora. That lazy little pop up to Cesar. Compa G. That's what we mean by, I mean, he missed location by a lot, but it was 98, 99.
Here's Baez. Baez is 1 for 2. Hit it to the triple play his last time up. Back toward the middle, a base hit. So that's his second hit. And it brings Hayward to the plate. Every time the Phillies pitchers retired the opposition 1-2-3, which Ramos did in the 6th inning and Pivetta did in the 2nd inning. Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV.
Well, Johnny, Baez can shorten that stroke. See, every now and then need a base runner and just pokes that little ground ball up the middle.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Over to third. Franco waits for it. Thought about going to second, but then in the corner of his eye he realized that Cesar wasn't there, so he throws it across the diamond. No runs, a hit, and 1 man left. Middle of the 8th, fills up 5-3. September, what you get is a $15 ticket, which you pay for, but also what you get is a credit for a $12 voucher to be used at the concession stands. That's right, you can get some fries, some crab fries, some Chickies and Pete's, Go to Primo's Hoagies. Do whatever you'd like. Get a hot dog, maybe a soda. Go to Phillies.com/studentsteal.
I'm full.
You guys had your fill today?
Yep.
Jason Hayward moves from center field to right field. Almora stays in the game to play center after pinch hitting. Zobrist moves from right field to second base. The new pitcher is Koji Uehara.
Well, I'll bring it up. That was a nice at bat by Hayward there with down 2 runs with 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, he certainly helped the Phils out with that.
I think I'll just poke a little chopper to third base here.
Yeah, it's been a struggle for him.
A little overdue for a home run here, aren't we?
Yeah, he hasn't hit one today. I mean, come on.
You were saying?
You know, when he signed the contract, there were so many of these, you know, sabermetricians. They, you know, what he may lack in offense, he makes up for with defense. His run saved, his, you know, is arguably the best. He's arguably the best right fielder in baseball. I just always thought of, you know, if you're asking your right fielder to make a bunch of plays to save you games,
yeah,
probably not going to win many.
Now, if you put him in center field, maybe there's more action.
But they said his metrics didn't play out that great as far as, you know, whatever jumps and routes to the ball and all that junk.
3-2. Hoskins is 0 for 2, or I should say 0 for 3. Today marks the first time a Phillies outfielder started a triple play since October of 1964. We mentioned that before. It's been since the 60s. It was Alex Johnson. It was Johnson to Wino to Tony Taylor to Power. In the air to left center field. It took some time, but he's done it again. 11 home runs. Rhys Hoskins has handed the lead. It's now 6-3 Phillies.
Ho hum. Why'd he make us wait so long? Huh?
You know, he's been hitting a home run his first at bat for the last few games. I guess he figured, you know, just keep the fans here a little longer. Concession helps concession. I mean, he's a thoughtful guy.
Same spot too, if you want the kind of same swing, same spot. Pitcher, you know, the pitcher threw those fastballs on the outer half of the plate, and you know what, Rhys is a little bit of a heady hitter. You know, he thinks a little bit up there, and we're giving him a call back out of that dugout, Rhys. That's what I'm talking about.
That's been building for a while right there. 5-game home run streak, a 9-game hit streak overall.
Some of his teammates down there were giving him a standing O.
Tell you what, anybody in baseball watching that had a chance to watch this would be impressed.
Well,
I'm talking about impressed.
Yeah, well, he joins you, Michael, and Chase Utley and a handful of others for homering in 5 consecutive games. Daniel Nava pops out. You're right, though. It's basically the same spot that a lot of the home runs have been.
Do you think he goes home at night and thinks, holy crap, I can't believe I'm doing this? Like, are you kidding me?
Has to think that, doesn't he?
Well, you know, a lot of people have said over the years it's easier to hit in the big leagues than it is in AAA because you see the ball so well. The
lights are
so
better.
Nice. The lights are better. The pitchers are around the plate.
I don't know. What? Let's negate that last one anymore. There ain't that much around the plate.
1-1 to Franco.
Some of these minor league ballparks are pretty favorable to major league ballparks as far as lighting and
that's an old
yeah,
an old man's comment. Used to play in those old minor league ballparks. I tell you what, it's got to be tough to hit behind him, doesn't it? Keeps this up.
Well, there's not many opportunities.
People are still cheering. When you walk up there, you got to stop the thing. So he comes out of the dugout, and then there's never anybody on base.
That's why I think they should put a speed guy behind him, because be like another leadoff hitter.
Pitcher's mad.
Which pitcher?
The guy that's pitching to you if you're hitting behind Reese.
Yeah, you put a speed guy on, then they'll bunt.
Yeah, like another leadoff hitter, because he's going to be hitting with not many men on base.
11 home runs, 24 RBIs. Fly ball to left. Schwarber is there.
We're having some fun with it, but it is truthfully,
it's worth the price of admission. In a lot of ways, it is. I mean, and his teammates have talked about it. I heard Cameron Rupp talking about it today. I mean,
I guarantee you one thing: there ain't anybody up there buying a beer when he comes up. That mezzanine's empty.
I put down my ribs when he came up.
Yeah, you did.
Taking some home.
Florimone waves at it. It's 0-1.
Taking some.
Oh, I'm just
mesmerized.
Daydreaming. I was looking at him in the dugout right there, and
look, everyone's around him. How you do this? Well, you be patient. You don't swing at bad pitches, and you wait for a good pitch in the hitting area. Huh. All right. Well.
And you get the right launch angle.
Yeah. Launch angle.
Seems pretty simplistic.
Exit velo.
You know, everybody loves him, and he's got that little kind of Lou Gehrig look to him. You know, I mean, I don't want to start implying that he's Lou Gehrig or anything like that.
No,
he's got a long way to go for that. But
well, you really can't, because Lou Gehrig didn't do what he did in his first.
That's a good point, John. It's a very good point. Nobody.
He must have done pretty good, because what's his name that took a day off?
Wally Pipp.
Wally Pipp.
The old Pipster.
Good player in his own right.
Yeah.
Definitely has. Not only that, he put a shot in the arm to this crowd, these Phillies fans.
Well, it sets up the ninth inning to be even a little different because of the insurance run. 11 home runs. 7 of those home runs have come with 2 strikes. So Rhys Hoskins, he waited till the 8th inning, but he's come through again. 5 consecutive games with a home run. That's helped the Phils to a 6-3 lead and a curtain call as we go to the 9th inning.
Lead over the Cubs, and when the Cubs leave town, in come the Atlanta Braves for a 3-game series to finish out the homestand for the Phils. Lucas Sims and Aaron Nola will be tomorrow night. First pitch at 7:05 tomorrow night. Then on Tuesday night, R.A. Dickey and Mark Leiter Jr. will take the baseballs. And then Wednesday, an afternoon game. Coverage starts at 1 o'clock. Julio Teheran and Jared Eichhoff will be the pitchers in that game. But guys, this one's not over yet.
Murph, let's hope it's over very quickly, and Hector Neris can take care of it, pick up the save.
Yeah, you don't want to get to the number 2 hitter in this in this inning. That Schwarber power. 1, 2, 3. But is that Wednesday game a day game? Is that a business person
Wednesday
special?
is a business person special.
And then we go to Miami, right?
Going to Miami. Miami for 4.
This might be one of the rare starts where Mark Leiter Jr. is the flamethrower compared to his opposition.
John Jay will pinch hit as we begin the 9th inning, and he takes a fastball and it's 0-1. Split outside, and it's punched foul. It's 0-2. John Jay on the year hitting .284. As a pinch hitter, he also has had some good numbers as a pinch hitter. You know, more of both. Opposite way, slicing toward the line. It is a foul ball. Coming up after the ball game, Marshall and Ben are standing by for Phillies postgame live, presented by Cure Auto Insurance. They'll talk about that big 5th inning for the Phils. They'll also talk about Rhys Hoskins' home run yet again. And how about a little word about the bullpen, which has done its job today. 3 scoreless innings so far. Again, that's coming up on Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies postgame live.
Hey, Joe Madden emptying the bench out after Avila hits. They're done.
He's in the on deck circle. Fly ball center field. It's not deep. And Florimone will make the catch. I think at the last moment Kim didn't know if Florimone was there or not, and he sped up and one away.
Important hitter. Get that first hitter.
He's 6 for 16 as a pinch hitter this year.
Oh my gosh. Are they leading like all of baseball in pinch hitting batting average?
That's a good question. Ichiro is the leader in pinch hits with 22. He just set a franchise record for that.
Franchise record for the Marlins?
Yeah. Just to add to his resume.
He can do that too, huh?
I guess he has to, because the other 3 guys don't take any time off, so he can't play in the outfield.
More than Lenny Harris, huh? Wasn't Lenny?
Yeah, more than Lenny. I guess Lenny had the record with him at 21. 2 balls and no strikes. Neris does not like that baseball. Zobrist is in the on deck circle. Folks in St. Louis are looking at this score, even though we're just in the month of August. They trail their game against Tampa in the 8th inning. They're just underway in Los Angeles, where the Brewers are playing the Dodgers, and the Brewers have the early lead there.
Darvish.
Yu Darvish back.
Twirling again.
Free agent.
Yep. Split finger, 2-2.
Make some noise.
Figure this one is close to being over. And a strike 3 called. Boy, consecutive splits. And Neris has the first 2 outs here in the 9th inning.
Like a screwball, huh?
Yeah.
Starts right at his hands.
Yeah.
Well, that'll bring Zobrist up. And Zobrist pops it up. Rupp will give it a peek, but it's going to be back into the seats.
Enjoyed being with you guys again this weekend.
Same here, Michael. Today certainly helped out. The way the Phils down 3-0 came back. 0-1 to Zobrist. Pops another one foul. It's 0-2. Fans are on their feet. They saw Hoskins homer. They also saw him start the triple play. Not a bad day. See if they can finish it off with a victory. Now the 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Didn't bite on the split.
Here's where we need a little chant back at those Cub fans. You know, remember last night?
Yeah.
We had the beat LA thing, remember, back in '83?
Yep. Outside again, 2-2.
Come on, Hector.
Look.
Don't try to throw the perfect pitch. Throw the one that'll get him out.
Yeah, probably a less than perfect pitch could get him out at this point. 2-2. In the air to right field. That should do it. Nava is there. Now he sprints in, makes the catch, and the Phils have won the series from the Cubs. They take 2 of 3 as they come from behind to win it today by a final score of 6-3. Rhys Hoskins homered, but he also started a triple play. That's not easy to do. Nick Williams homered, and he watched them turn the triple play. And Nick is our Chevrolet player of the game. His 2-run home run gave the Phillies lead for good. His 8th home run of the year. Well, this was a good weekend, even with the loss last night where they allowed 17 runs.
Yep.
They still took 2 of 3 from the Cubs this weekend here at Citizens Bank Park. Time now for our W.B. Mason deliveries of the game. We look at the 2 home runs.
Nick Williams jumping a first ball fastball down and in. That's a dangerous spot to throw a left-hander, especially one as aggressive as Nick. He's back now after a short span, taking a short span off. And guess who? Rhys Hoskins. With 2 strikes, goes out and gets that mid-level fastball. Deposited in Hoskinsville out there.
Is that what it is?
I don't know, but there's going to have to be some nicknames coming up here soon for this young man. And Murph has him down on the field.
I do indeed. Thank you, Mike. Here with Rhys Hoskins. And you know what? 11 through 18 games, the numbers and the records, it's hard to keep track. It's a new rookie record for the Phils. He break Ryan Howard's record for home runs in a month. You just said to me, you know what? You know, it shouldn't be this way right now, and eventually it won't be. But what's happening for you right now?
No, I don't know. It's I don't really know how to put it into words. It's just one of those zones where you just try to ride the wave as long as you can, and you know, especially to do it in a win like today, win a series against an outstanding team is something special.
You know, what else is special? Sharing it with your teammates. I watched you come into the dugout after the home run. Most of the guys were on their feet and high-fiving it, and really in awe as well. A couple of the guys just shaking their heads. They don't know what to say. What about that reaction? Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing, I guess, right? You know, we're with these guys, with each other for what, 10 hours a day for 6 months straight. So, you know, to be able to share this with these guys and the way that we're doing it, you know, it just makes coming to the ballpark a lot more fun. You know, there's a lot of energy in the ballpark, too, over the last couple of weeks. The offense has really started to click. The fans are starting to get into it. You get your first curtain call. That's a special moment. Yeah, something I'll always remember. You know, I've been a part of many as a fan, but to be a part of one as a player is something special. And I can't let you go without asking you about the triple play. Another first for you as you start the triple play. Did you know the entire time that you had it and it was just a transfer thing? Yeah, I mean, I knew I caught it. I was just hoping that, you know, it happened so fast that I was just hoping that there wasn't enough to overturn it. I knew I lost it on the transfer, and, you know, that's what the umpire said too. So something, again, that, you know, I'll always remember. Rhys, keep riding the wave, as you said. Congratulations. Guys, back upstairs.
All right, Murph, thank you. Yep, pretty good day for the Phils and Rhys Hoskins as they win it 6-3. There's the curtain call. He said he's been part of it as a fan, but it's the first time in the big leagues he gets a chance to be part of it as a player. So he'll soak it all in. We'll soak in a Phillies victory, and we'll wrap it up right after this.